Good morning, everybody. We are into that beautiful subject of the grace of God and talking about it in the context of his overwhelming great characteristic of his love. Everything that God is, everything that he does is found under the umbrella and the covering of his amazing love. Grace being one of those evidences of his love toward us. So we're talking about this, the beauty of this grace. I want to suggest to you today that grace is a huge dimensional thing. We said yesterday, from a point of view, salvation, nobody's excluded. From the lowest to the highest and everybody in between, no matter what place you sit or stand in society or in the world, it doesn't really matter at all. Grace is available to you because of the dimensions of grace. I want to suggest to you too today that we can look at what else grace embraces. Grace embraces sometimes this thing called suffering. Sometimes suffering is at our own hand, and grace embraces that. Sometimes we suffer because of the world around us, and we live in a fallen world, and grace embraces that. But when I suffer because I'm stupid, I wonder sometimes, does grace really embrace that? Can God really show me his grace when I've been so darn stupid? I knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have said that. I knew I shouldn't have been that. And yet I did it. Can grace still extend to me the dimensions of grace when I do something really, really stupid? And I look again in Scripture and I see great examples. And if grace extended to the point of Joshua when he came to that stupid agreement with the Gibeonites, remember? The Gibeonites came from over the hill and they said to Joshua, is it cool if we have some kind of a contract between us? We're of no threat to you. We just don't want you to kill us. And Joshua said, of course we can do that. That'll be cool. And the Gibeonites were saying, but we come from a far land. We're of no threat to you at all. Please, Joshua, just sign this peace treaty with us. And in addition to the peace treaty, can you sign a support treaty too? And Joshua went ahead without getting, sort of information from his generals or his advisors. He just said, bring it here. I'm the big dog around here. And he signed it. What a stupid thing to do. We look at this and we say, can grace extend beyond that stupidity? It did, and even more. Because it wasn't long before those people who had made him sign the treaty went and they got themselves into trouble. And Joshua had to go and rescue them. And God gave them this most unbelievable, unprecedented victory of the extension of grace that went way beyond the bounds of normality or even acceptable kind of, okay, I'll help you to do this thing from God. When they stood on behalf of the Gibeonites, which was the stupid thing to do, and the army was even saying, we don't want to fight this battle, Joshua, you got us into this thing. This was a stupid darn thing that you've done. But they went to fight the battle. And you read the story, how that in the middle of the afternoon, it was looking like they were winning the battle and God was helping them against this huge army. And Joshua knew that God was helping them and that his grace had extended beyond his stupidity. And then he cries out and says, God, it's getting late in the day now. Is there any way you can help us over here? And God extends the sunlight by 24 hours. And you're saying, Joshua, but you were stupid. And God's grace extended beyond his stupidity. Got even better than that because they were doing so well that hours were still going by that God sent down hailstones to wipe out the rest of the enemy. And God was really excited that Joshua lived out his covenant and his agreement to these people. But God's grace extends way beyond your stupidity. It goes there and even further than that. So don't come to me and say, hey, Chiv, I really messed up here. I did a really stupid thing. I'm not sure God can forgive me. Get over yourself, people. If God can help Joshua over the stupidity of this thing, he can help you over the thing that you've done as well. It's the wonder of the extension and the dimensions of this incredible thing we call the grace of God. It extends way beyond the boundaries of human understanding, of human belief, but it surprises us every time it does. Maybe you've done some stupid stuff. I'm not advocating you do stupid stuff, but I am saying this, that the wonder of God's love is able to extend way beyond any form of stupidity and the consequences of your stupidity, God's grace can go further than that. Yeah, that's awesome, hey? That's really cool. Think about that today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.